From the forests of southern Nepal to the red carpets of Cannes, Elephants in the Fog just delivered a landmark moment for Nepal cinema. It went on to win the jury prize in the prestigious Uncertain Regard section at Cannes Film Festival. And now joining us is filmmaker behind this historic global breakthrough for South Asian storytelling, Abinash Bikram Shah.
Nous décernons le prix du jury à Abinash Bikram Shah pour son film Les éléphants dans la brume.
Welcome to WION The World is One, Abinash. It's a proud moment. Your film was the only South Asian title in the Cannes Film Festival lineup this year. Did you feel that responsibility coming in with representing not just Nepal, but an entire region, the South Asian region, on a stage like Cannes?
Yeah, actually it felt both like an honor and also some kind of weight. You know, the global industry is already familiar with Indian films like both Bollywood and independent cinema. And because of that, when you are the, lone representative of the rest of the region, our region, there is a temptation for the world to, compare your work to the Indian cinema, rather than viewing it as a singular, piece of cinema or Nepali cinema. So my responsibility was to resist that, not to compromise on our specific, local grammar, language, and geography, that just to make it easily, digestible for Western audience.
South Asia region often celebrates its tradition and spiritual openness, yet queer communities across the region, they still face deep exclusion.
Actually, for me, the elephant and, the transgender identity and village, they all share the same existential pain, they struggle for displacement and belonging. Both the elephant and LGBTIQ community are being pushed to the margins, and as the forest, shrink due to this encroachment, the elephant wander into the human settlement, desperate to find a home, and we met with the fear and violence. And same goes with the character Pirati, who comes from a Kina community, a trans woman, and a community, and they also wonder the edges of the society, that refuses to grant them space.
You insisted on casting transgender artists from the community itself, despite the obvious challenges. Authenticity over trained actors. Why?
To cast from the community, it's very important for me because I'm not from the community, and I want to make a film as authentic as possible, and that is why, the performers, the chosen, the actors, the character that I chose, they brought their own histories, their instinct and their collective, resilience into the film, into the frame, when the camera look into their eyes, it isn't actually capturing their performance, it's capturing their presence, so actually, they gave the film its soul,
You spent years trying to finance and build this film. We know this is a business full of struggles, especially for emerging filmmakers, not backed by big house productions and substantial funding. How did you break that wall?
When you propose a film, that deviates a little from, the current commercial tropes, the financier, here in Nepal we have financier, often sees at a niche social issue rather than, the viable, piece of cinema. So we have, in Nepal, and I see my friends from India and Pakistan and Bangladesh, they are constantly forced, to look to the Western countries, especially Europe, for grants and co-production just to survive, Of course, we all are happy and we celebrate the win in Cannes, but, I think we ignore the year of, this financial exhaustion, it takes to get there. So I really urge my government and, the Film Development Board and all the bodies, who works for the betterment of cinema to really think about that.
An influx of Nepali songs is being witnessed in Hindi entertainment industry. They are being remixed, reprised. Will we also see Nepali films being remade here? Do you fancy that idea?
Oh, yes. Our ties with India in entertainment, go far deeper than just business, They are rooted in, shared culture and storytelling tradition. And we share, same geographic, like we talked before, and human realities, like my film is based in Tarai landscape, and it's it's nearby the India border. They speak, Bhojpuri there. And it's so similar to India, We are also very keen on, distribute our film, this Elephants in the Fog in India as well. Maybe, not just remake, maybe the same film with English subtitle, maybe.